Hey, my name's Wylene Benson, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing this short training on Vortex Marketing to give a little introduction to something I call Life Creation Blueprint, which is an amazing business structure that is patterned after Jesus's ministry. I have noticed that all things lead to Christ. Even our modern marketing structure mimics the method that he used to gather followers over 2,000 years ago. And you don't have to be super religious to see the correlations. By the time we're done with this training, you will see that the only difference between a sales funnel and a marketing vortex is that funnels are focused on sifting down the numbers, while a vortex is focused on lifting up the people. This training is for you if you're an entrepreneur and you really love and care about your people, your clients, your team, and your followers. You also are likely to resonate with Vortex Marketing if you're a Christian and you want your business to be the means to fulfill your life's purpose. If you would do your business for free, but you also know that God has big plans for the wealth that you can build, then keep watching. So just to give you a little background on what a vortex is a swirling mass of energy that draws things into it. It can be a swirling up or a swirling down. So a swirling up would be like a tornado, and you've seen how it just can like suck things into the vortex as it carries it up. And then a whirlpool would be an example of a vortex that swirls down. In Vortex Marketing, the idea is to draw people in at an entry point and keep them swirling around inside of your vortex until they feel compelled to move upward. And you, as the axis or the center of this vortex, generate the energy that starts the gyroscopic motion, which then produces an irresistible attractive force for objects, people, and opportunities with similar resonating energy to be drawn in. And just like a gyroscope, the vortex maintains perpetual motion once it is in motion. Now, the way that this works with Jesus's ministry, there were 4 different ways that he interacted with people, that he worked with people. The very first level, level 1, was just teaching on the hillside. He just taught the multitudes on the hillside. And then he gave an invitation. He said, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And that was an invitation to more. So at that second level, then he was able to show. And Jesus showed miraculous healing of the one in a group setting. And then level 3 of the way that he interacted was he called a few to follow him for personal mentoring. He empowered those few to teach and heal as he had done. And then at level 4, Jesus sent those chosen few to do even greater things than he had done. And occasionally they would get back together to edify each other. They would ask him questions, and he would be able to give them even further training. So now in modern times, we can follow that same format. With our level 1, we teach. Each entry point is a hillside. Just like Jesus taught on the hillside, we have specific hillsides that we can teach on. And then level 2 is at each hillside, we offer an invitation to opt in for us to show them the method of our healing. And that's typically done live in a group. Just like Jesus healed the one in a group setting, we can heal the one in a group setting. And level 3, empower. Each healing opportunity then offers an invitation to receive personal empowerment with you. And I'm going to be sharing an example of this in just a moment. And then level 4 would be each empowered person then is now capable of making a difference in others' lives. And then you provide a space for peer edification, like a continuing mentoring for those people as they continue to grow in their own power. All right, so here's an example of modern times, and I'm going to give you a specific example of my podcast, how I use my podcast as a vortex to lift people up. I do my podcast and I release that on a weekly basis. I am the expert. So I am that axis. I am the center of the vortex, and I'm the one that is going to get things in motion to create that gyroscopic movement by asking guests to be on my podcast, by doing those podcasts and sharing it out. So I'm the expert and I'm the one who starts that podcast in motion. And then what do? I teach on the episode. The episodes give out really good information. And then I also have an opportunity for people to join my community, where in that community, we do a weekly live call where people can get on live with me, and I will do hot seat opportunities. So I'm healing the one in a group setting. And then from that point, I can select the few that are ready to be invited and feel called to do something more. I can invite them to be empowered with investment in a course. And then after that, my highest level of training is edifying people at the mastermind level in a membership. We have lots of different little mini vortexes at the bottom of the life creation blueprint. So as you see over on the left, the diagram there's 7 different vortexes. One of those is my podcast. I also have books. I also have my social media posts. I have my YouTube channel. So there's all these different ways that I can invite people in at those hillside, those entry points, and they get caught up in that vortex. And there are certain ways that I continue to invite them so that they're continually spiraling upward. Okay, so your life creation blueprint has many entry points. It's not just the podcast, or it's not just the social media. There's lots of different ways that you can interact with people. And every hillside has a little mini vortex in your blueprint that lifts people up to a sales conversation about how you can empower them. So in essence, the life creation blueprint is a big vortex of followers at all different levels, and there is a place for everyone and an invitation at every level to start spiraling upward. Here is the difference between Vortex marketing versus sales funnels. Within every mini vortex, like we talked about at the bottom of your life creation blueprint, within every mini vortex, you are the expert. So your followers can remain on one or more of those hillsides for as long as they choose until they are ready to rise up to the next level, to ascend up to the next level. In traditional marketing funnels, it squeezes people out if they don't respond to sales offer. So basically, only those who pay get to play. Whereas with Vortex marketing, they can actually remain on that hillside, or they can stay in that entry point and just swirl around at the lowest level, at level 1, as long as they choose. And there's some great value there until they choose to be lifted up. I want to have a little conversation about cultivating sustainable relationships. And I know you, if you're still watching this, you are the type of person, you love the people that you work with, and you probably see your business as a way for you to fulfill your life's purpose. And you're using your divine gifts and your genius and these amazing talents that were revealed to you by God to be able to do that. And so it might be a little bit uncomfortable for you to charge the amount of money that you really should be charging because you feel like it was a gift to you. Well, let me just talk to you a little bit about creating sustainable relationships. First of all, Jesus required different levels of investment based on readiness. We've already talked about the hillsides. He didn't charge anything for people to come to the hillside. They could come for free. In fact, sometimes he showed them miracles on the hillside and fed the 10,000. So he didn't require anything, and he would actually teach and feed them sometimes. There is definitely a place for free. But then when he went to Peter, who was fishing, and he said, "Come follow me and I will make you fishers of men." Basically what he was saying is, leave your nets, leave your business, leave your occupation, and come and follow me. That is a significant investment. He was asking him to invest all of the rest of the money that he would make for the rest of his life in that fishing business into the mentoring program that Jesus was offering. So there was a significant investment required at a certain level. Relationship debt is created when the recipient can never repay the value they have received. And back to Peter, if Jesus had not required anything of Peter, he was offering to transfer all of the power to heal and all of the things that he had. He was offering to transfer all of that and make Peter his apprentice, and for him to be able to walk away from that mentorship and go and do things even greater than what Jesus had done, that is a huge give on Jesus's part. And so a huge give on Peter's part was required. True transformation happens at a level where there can be significant investment from them and also from you. You can give some great value on level one, but where they're really going to see that powerful transformation is at level three, when you are empowering them. And there is a perfect place for free, like I said before, and a place to ask for significant investment. So here is an example of what I mean by different levels of investment. Obviously, level one, teaching on the hillside, that's for free. Level two, showing them healing in a live group setting, that would be an opt-in. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary opt-in. I would say, if you have a book as something that is helping people to step up to that second level where they can experience some healing, then you might charge just enough for the shipping, so under $10. So getting people from the free level up to the next level, they don't have to pay very much. It's basically just giving them your email address. You're just asking, just like Jesus asked the blind man before he healed him, he said, do you have the faith to be healed? He didn't ask him for money. He asked for faith. And so that's all we're asking for, is we're just asking for a little bit of faith. Just have a little bit of faith in me, just enough to, just trust me enough to give me your email address. That's all I want. So that would be the opt-in level that takes them up to level two, where you can start showing them in your method of healing. And then that level three is where that significant investment comes, because you are empowering them. You're empowering them to heal others. You've helped them to heal themselves, and now you're empowering them to heal others. When I say heal, that could mean a lot of different things. I have a client who's a real estate agent, and she helps people to be able to find the exact perfect house and use real estate investing, to heal their finances. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like physical healing. And then at the fourth level, to edify them to continue growing, you definitely want to offer some sort of a monthly membership or mastermind or something like that, so they have a place to come, so that they can feel supported as they continue to learn and grow on their own. Because every mentor, every person, no matter how far along they get on their journey, we're always the student. We can always learn, and we always want to learn from those people who are at least at our level and above. All right, so that is the end of our training today. And as you can tell, I've just given you a little tiny taste, just giving you just a little tip of the iceberg for that life creation blueprint. I do want you to know that there is a place for all those floating puzzle pieces that you have out there. Most of the people that I talk to have pieces, you have parts, you have some puzzle pieces, you've got a podcast, you have a book, you have a course, you have all these different ideas of how you want to bring people in and work with them on a higher level, but you're not really sure how those go together. So I can tell you that all those floating puzzle pieces do have a place in your life creation blueprint. And if you want to learn more about the life creation blueprint, if this Vortex marketing is intriguing to you, I invite you to schedule a call with me, and let's talk more about unlocking your divine potential and building your life creation blueprint.